Hello everyone, welcome back to the English Practice Podcast. Today, we are going to do something a little different. This is not just another listening lesson where I tell you, listen more, watch more movies, and one day you will understand native speakers. No. Today, I want to show you what is really happening when English sounds fast. Because here is the truth. Most English learners do not fail to understand native speakers because they are lazy. They do not fail because they are not talented. And they do not fail because their English is terrible. Very often, they fail because they are listening for the wrong thing. They are listening for clear, separate, perfect words. But native English speakers usually do not speak in clear, separate, perfect words. They speak in sound groups. They speak in rhythm. They connect words. They reduce small words. They stress important words. They sometimes make one sentence sound like one long piece of music. And if you do not know how that music works, even a simple sentence can sound impossible. So in this episode, I am going to help you train your ear, not your grammar, not your vocabulary, your ear. By the end of this lesson, you will understand why natural English sounds so fast, what you should listen for first, and how to practice in a way that actually improves your listening. And yes, we are going to practice together. So please do not just listen passively. If you can, repeat after me. Pause the episode when you need to. Say the phrases out loud. Write them down. Listen again. Because listening is not only something you do with your ears. Good listening is something you build with attention. Let's start with a little challenge. I'm going to say a sentence naturally, the way someone might say it in a normal conversation. Listen carefully. Here it is. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? One more time. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Now, maybe you understood it. Maybe you caught some words. Maybe you heard something like, did you want to grab a coffee after work? That is okay. That is exactly what we are going to talk about today. The full sentence is, did you want to grab a coffee after work? But in natural speech, it may sound more like, did you want to grab a coffee after work? Not because the speaker is wrong, not because they are speaking badly, but because English changes when people speak naturally. The written sentence and the spoken sentence are not always identical. And this is one of the biggest shocks for English learners. In school, you see English on the page. Every word has a space. Every word looks separate. Did, you, want, to, grab, a, coffee, after, work. But when people speak, those spaces disappear. The words move closer. Some sounds become weaker. Some sounds connect. Some sounds almost vanish. So your job is not to hear every word perfectly. Your job is to recognize the pattern. That is what advanced listening really means. Advanced listening is not about knowing 10,000 difficult words. Advanced listening is about hearing normal words when they are spoken naturally. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched a short video in English and thought, I know these words, but I still cannot understand the sentence? That feeling is very common. You look at the transcript and think, wait, that was the sentence? I know every word, but when you heard it, it sounded completely different. That gap between the written sentence and the spoken sentence is where most listening problems live. So today, we are going to close that gap. We are going to look at 5 things that make native English sound fast. Number 1, important words. Number 2, rhythm. Number 3, reductions. Number 4, linking. Number 5. Listening in chunks. Do not worry if these words sound technical. I will explain everything slowly with examples. Let's begin with number 1. Important words. When native speakers talk, not every word has the same weight. Some words are strong. Some words are weak. Some words carry the message. Some words only support the grammar. For example, listen to this sentence. I need to talk to you later. One more time. I need to talk to you later. Which words sound stronger? Probably. Need talk you later. The smaller words, I to, are much softer. So when you listen, do not panic if you miss a small word. Focus first on the words that carry meaning. Need, talk, you, later. From just those words, you already understand the idea. Someone needs to talk to you later. Let's try another one. She forgot to bring the documents. Listen again. She forgot to bring the documents. The important words are forgot, bring documents. If you hear only those 3 words, you still understand the basic meaning. Forgot, bring, documents. So here is your first listening rule. Do not chase every word. Catch the message words. This is extremely important. Many learners try to hear every single word, and because they miss one small word, they feel lost. But native speakers do not listen that way. Native speakers listen for meaning. They listen for the words that matter most. Let's practice. I will say a sentence. You listen for the strong words. Sentence 1. We're meeting Sarah at the station around 6. Again, we're meeting Sarah at the station around 6. What did you catch? Meeting. Sarah. Station. 6. That is enough to understand the plan. Sentence 2. He left his phone in the taxi. Again, he left his phone in the taxi. Strong words. Left phone, taxi. Sentence 3. I'm trying to finish this report before lunch. Again, I'm trying to finish this report before lunch. Strong words. Try and finish report before lunch. Good. Now, you may notice something. The small words are not useless. Of course they matter. But when you are listening at natural speed, your first goal is not perfection. Your first goal is survival. Catch the message. Then, with practice, you can hear more details. This is why listening improves in layers. Layer 1, you catch the topic. Layer 2, you catch the main idea. Layer 3, you catch details. Layer 4, you catch attitude, emotion, humor, and hidden meaning. If you are still building your listening skills, do not force yourself to catch layer 4 immediately. Start with layer 1, then layer 2, then layer 3. That is how real listening grows. Now let's move to number 2. Rhythm. English is a rhythm language. That means English does not give equal time to every syllable. Some syllables are long and strong. Some are short and weak. This is one reason English sounds fast. It is not always because speakers are speaking incredibly fast. It is because they stretch important words and squeeze less important words. Listen to this. I was going to call you, but I got busy. Again. I was going to call you, but I got busy. The words going, call, got, and busy are stronger. The small words move quickly. I was going to call you, but I got busy. Now, in natural speech, going to often becomes gonna in casual conversation. So you might hear, I was gonna call you, but I got busy. Listen again. I was gonna call you, but I got busy. This is not formal writing. You would not write gonna in an academic essay. But you absolutely need to recognize it when listening, because people use it all the time in casual English. Let's compare. Slow and clear. I was going to call you. Natural. I was gonna call you. Slow and clear. They are going to visit us. Natural. They're going to visit us. Slow and clear. What are you going to do? Natural. What are you going to do? Or even faster. What you going to do? Again, your goal today is not necessarily to speak like this. Your goal is to recognize it. Recognition comes before production. You do not have to use every natural form yourself. But if you want to understand movies, conversations, interviews, podcasts, and native speakers, you must learn to hear them. Let's practice rhythm. Listen and repeat. I was going to call you. Again. I was going to call you. Now. She's going to be late. Again. She's going to be late. Now. What are you going to say? Again. What are you going to say? Good. Now listen to the rhythm. The strong words are not the small grammar words. The strong words are the meaning words. Call. Late. Say. The grammar words are softer. This is the music of English. Strong. Weak. Strong. Weak. Long. Short. Long. Short. If you only listen for full dictionary pronunciation, natural English will feel confusing. But if you listen for rhythm, it becomes more predictable. Now let's move to number 3. Reductions. This is a big one. A reduction happens when a word becomes shorter or weaker in natural speech. Usually, small grammar words are reduced. Words like to fall off and can have you your do-does. These words often sound different when they are not stressed. For example, the word to. In a dictionary, it sounds like to. But in natural speech, it often becomes very weak. Listen, I need to go. Natural. I need to go. Again. I need to go. Another one. Do you want to come? Natural. Do you want to come? Or, do you want to come? Again. Do you want to come? The word to becomes part of want to, and want to becomes wanna. Again, not for formal writing, but very common in spoken English. Let's try more. I have to leave. Natural. I have to leave? Again. I have to leave. She has to work. Natural. She has to work. Again. She has to work. We used to live there. Natural. We used to live there. Again. We used to live there. Now, some learners hear this and think, this is unfair. Why do people change the words? But this happens in many languages. When people speak naturally, they save energy. They do not pronounce every sound with full force. They let the mouth move smoothly. English does this a lot. So instead of feeling frustrated, I want you to feel curious. Every time a phrase sounds unclear, ask yourself, is there a reduction here? Is a small word becoming weak? Is to becoming to? Is for becoming fur? Is of becoming uv? Or just Is n becoming n? Let's look at and. In writing on bread and butter. In natural speech, bread and butter. Again, bread and butter, black and white. Natural, black and white, coffee and tea. Natural, coffee and tea. Now listen to this sentence. I bought some bread and butter. Natural, I bought some bread and butter. Again, I bought some bread and butter. The word and is there, but it is tiny. It is almost just an N sound. Now for. Slow. This is for you. Natural. This is for you. Again, this is for you. Slow. I'm waiting for my friend. Natural. I'm waiting for my friend. Again, I'm waiting for my friend. And sometimes, when the next word begins with a vowel sound, for connects smoothly. For a minute. Natural. For a minute? Or faster. For a minute. Listen. Can I talk to you for a minute? Natural. Can I talk to you for a minute? Again. Can I talk to you for a minute? You see what is happening? The sentence is not a row of separate words. It is a flow. Can I talk to you for a minute? Now let's practice reductions with a mini dialogue. Listen first. A. Do you want to go out for dinner? B. I have to finish some work, but I can meet you later. Now natural. A. Do you want to go out for dinner? B. I have to finish some work, but I can meet you later. Did you hear that? Do you becomes do you. Wanna becomes wanna. For becomes a fur. Have to becomes hafta. Meet you becomes meetcha. This is normal spoken English. Now repeat after me. Do you want to go out for dinner? Again. Do you want to go out for dinner? Now, I have to finish some work. Again. I have to finish some work. Now, I can meet you later. Again. I can meet you later. Excellent. Now let's move to number 4, linking. Linking means that the end of one word connects to the beginning of the next word. This is one of the main reasons English sounds like one long word. For example, turn off. In slow English, you may imagine 2 words, turn, off. But in natural speech, the end connects to off. Turn off. Turn off. Listen, can you turn off the light? Natural. Can you turn off the light? Again, can you turn off the light? Another example, pick it up. Natural, pick it up. Listen, could you pick it up? Natural, could you pick it up? Again, could you pick it up? Another, come in. Natural, come in. Please come in. Natural, please come in. Another, take it out. Natural, take it out. Can you take it out? Natural, can you take it out? This is especially common when one word ends with a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound. End of one word. Beginning of the next word, they connect. Let's practice. Look at natural. Look at this. Natural. Look at this. Send it. Natural. Send it. I'll send it later. Natural. I'll send it later. Read it. Natural. Read it. Did you read it? Natural. Did you read it? Made up. Natural, made up. That story was made up. Natural. That story was made up. Now here is the important part. When words link, you may think you are hearing a new word. But actually, you are hearing 2 normal words connected. For example, read it may sound like read it. Pick it up may sound like pick it up. Turn off may sound like turn off. So when you listen, train your ear to separate the sound group. Do not ask, what is a strange word? Ask, could this be 2 or 3 words connected? That question will save you. Now let's look at another type of linking. Sometimes, when 2 vowel sounds meet, speakers add a small connecting sound. For example, go out. Some speakers may say it smoothly, almost like go out, go out, go out. Another example, see it. Sometimes it sounds like see it, see it, see it. This does not mean there is a real W or Y written in the sentence. It is just a sound bridge. The mouth creates a small bridge to move from one vowel sound to the next. Let's practice. Go out. Go out. We should go out. We should go out. See it. See it. Did you see it? Did you see it? Do it. Do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Now faster. I'll do it. I'll do it. Good. Now let's move to number 5. Listening in chunks. This may be the most important idea in the entire episode. Native speakers do not hear every sentence as separate grammar pieces. They hear common groups of words. Chunks. A chunk is a small group of words that often appears together and has a familiar sound. For example, I don't know. Many learners know the words. I do not know. But in natural speech it may sound like, I don't know. Again, I don't know. This is a chunk. It is one familiar sound with one familiar meaning. Another chunk, let me see. Natural, let me see. Again, let me see. Another, give me a second. Natural, give me a second. Again, give me a second. Another, what do you mean? Natural. What do you mean? Again, what do you mean? Now, do not worry about spelling these forms. The point is listening. You need to store these phrases as sounds, not only as written words. I don't know is not only 4 words. It is a sound pattern. I don't know. Let me see is not only 3 words. It is a sound pattern. Let me see. Give me a second is a sound pattern. Give me a second. What do you mean? It's a sound pattern. What do you mean? This is how you begin to understand fast English. You stop translating word by word. You start recognizing sound patterns. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone says, I don't know, let me check. If you try to hear every formal word, you may get stuck. But if you know the chunks, I don't know means I don't know. Let me check means let me check. Then the sentence is easy. I don't know, let me check. Let's practice chunks. Repeat after me. I don't know. Again. I don't know. Let me see. Again. Let me see. Give me a second. Again. Give me a second. What do you mean? Again. What do you mean? Now let's put them together. A. Are we late? B. I don't know. Let me check. Again. A. Are we late? B. I don't know. Let me check. Another one. A. Can you help me? B. Sure. Give me a second. Again. A. Can you help me? B. Sure. Give me a second. Another one. A. He said the meeting was cancelled. B. What do you mean? Again. A. He said the meeting was cancelled. B. What do you mean? Great. Now let's pause for a moment. So far, we have learned 5 ideas. First, listen for important words. Second, notice rhythm. Third, expect reductions. Fourth, hear linking. Fifth, learn chunks as sound patterns. Now we are going to combine them. This is where listening starts to feel more real. I will give you a sentence in clear English. Then I will say it naturally. Then I will explain what changed. Sentence 1. Did you eat before you came here? Clear. Did you eat before you came here? Natural. Did you eat before you came here? Again. Did you eat before you came here? What changed? Did you became did ya? You became ya. The sentence still means exactly the same thing. Did you eat before you came here? But the sound is smoother. Now repeat. Did you eat before you came here? Again. Did you eat before you came here? Sentence 2. I have to get up early tomorrow. Clear. I have to get up early tomorrow. Natural. I have to get up early tomorrow. Again. I have to get up early tomorrow. What changed? Have to became hafta. Get up linked into get up. Repeat. I have to get up early tomorrow. Again. I have to get up early tomorrow. Sentence 3. Can you send it to me after lunch? Clear. Can you send it to me after lunch? Natural. Can you send it to me after lunch? Or even, can you send it to me after lunch? Again. Can you send it to me after lunch? What changed? Can you became Kenya. Send it linked. 2 became week. Repeat. Can you send it to me after lunch? Again. Can you send it to me after lunch? Sentence 4. I wanted to ask you about the schedule. Clear. I wanted to ask you about the schedule. Natural. I wanted to ask you about the schedule. Again. I wanted to ask you about the schedule. What changed? 2 became week. Ask you became ask ya. The important words are wanted, ask, schedule. If you catch those, you understand the topic. Repeat. I wanted to ask ya about the schedule. Again. I wanted to ask ya about the schedule. Sentence 5. We are going to talk about it later. Clear. We are going to talk about it later. Natural. We're going to talk about it later. Again. We're going to talk about it later. What changed? We are became where. Going to became gonna. About it linked. Repeat. We're gonna talk about it later. Again. We're gonna talk about it later. Now, I want you to notice something important. Natural English is not random. It may sound random at first, but it follows patterns. Certain words reduce again and again. Certain sounds link again and again. Certain chunks appear again and again. Once you know the patterns, you stop feeling lost. You start hearing what is really there. Now let's do a short listening story. I will first read it clearly. Then I will read it naturally. Your job is to listen for the main idea. Do not worry about every word. Ready? Clear version. Yesterday I was going to meet my friend after work, but I had to stay late at the office. I called her and told her I could meet her around 8 instead. She said that was fine, and we decided to have dinner near the station. Now natural version. Yesterday, I was gonna meet my friend after work, but I had to stay late at the office. I called her and told her I could meet her around 8 instead. She said that was fine, and we decided to have dinner near the station. Again, natural. Yesterday, I was gonna meet my friend after work, but I had to stay late at the office. I called her and told her I could meet her around 8 instead. She said that was fine, and we decided to have dinner near the station. What is the story about? Someone planned to meet a friend after work. They had to stay late. They changed the meeting time to around 8. Then they planned to have dinner near the station. You do not need every sound to understand that. Now let's look at a few changes. I was going to became I was gonna. Called her may sound like called her. Told her may sound like told her. Meet her may sound like meet her. This is very common. When her is not stressed, the H sound can become very weak or disappear in fast speech. Again, your goal is recognition. If you hear Orki, I called her, it means I called her. If you hear I told her, it means I told her. If you hear I saw her, it means I saw her. Let's practice. I called her. Natural. I called her. Repeat. I called her. I told her. Natural. I told her. Repeat. I told her. I saw her. Natural. I saw her. Repeat. I saw her. Good. Now let's try another listening story. Clear version. This morning I tried to leave the house early, but I could not find my keys. I looked in my bag, on the table, under the sofa, and even in the kitchen. Finally, I found them in my jacket pocket. Natural version. This morning I tried to leave the house early, but I couldn't find my keys. I looked in my bag, on the table, under the sofa, and even in the kitchen. Finally, I found them in my jacket pocket. Again. This morning, I tried to leave the house early, but I couldn't find my keys. I looked in my bag, on the table, under the sofa, and even in the kitchen. Finally, I found them in my jacket pocket. What happened? The person wanted to leave early. They could not find their keys. They looked in many places. Finally, they found the keys in a jacket pocket. Now, what changed? Could not became couldn't. Looked in linked. Even in linked. Found them may sound like found them. This is another important pattern. Them can become very weak in fast speech. I found them can sound like I found them. I saw them can sound like I saw them. I told them can sound like I told them. Let's practice. I found them. Natural. I found them. Repeat. I found them. I saw them. Natural. I saw them. Repeat. I saw them. I told them. Natural. I told them. Repeat. I told them. Now let's talk about something many learners do when they practice listening. They play a podcast. They understand maybe 30% and they feel tired. then they stop. Or they play a movie, they understand a few words, they feel embarrassed, then they say, "My listening is bad." But that is not training. That is testing. There is a difference between training your listening and testing your listening. Testing means you play something and check how much you understand. Training means you take a small piece and work with it carefully. Both are useful. But if you only test yourself, you may not improve much. You need training. Here is a simple method. Take 10 seconds of audio, only 10 seconds. Listen once without reading. Ask yourself, what is the topic? Listen again. Write any words you hear, then look at the transcript if you have one. Compare what you heard with what was said. Now listen again while reading. Notice reductions. Notice linking. Notice chunks. Then listen again without reading. Finally, repeat the sentence out loud. This is powerful. Why? Because you are teaching your brain to connect written English with spoken English. You are showing your ear what words sound like in real life. 10 seconds like this can be more useful than 30 minutes of passive listening. Let me give you an example. Sentence. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Clear. I am not sure if I can make it tonight. Natural. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Maybe even, I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. What should you notice? I am becomes I'm. Can may become weak. Teen. Make it links. Make it. The important words are not sure can make it tonight. Now repeat. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Again. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Now faster. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Again. I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Excellent. Now let's build a practice section. I will say a clear sentence. Then I will say a natural version. You repeat the natural version. Ready? Clear. What are you doing after class? Natural. What you doing after class? Repeat. What you doing after class? Again. What you doing after class? Clear. I do not know what he wants. Natural. I don't know what he wants. Repeat. I don't know what he wants. Again. I don't know what he wants. Clear. Let me ask you something. Natural. Let me ask you something. Repeat. Let me ask you something. Again. Let me ask you something. Clear. Could you give me a minute? Natural. Could you give me a minute? Repeat. Could you give me a minute? Again. Could you give me a minute? Clear. I have to talk to him. Natural. I have to talk to him. Repeat. I have to talk to him. Again. I have to talk to him. Clear. She's going to call us later. Natural. She's going to call us later. Repeat. She's going to call us later. Again. She's going to call us later. Clear. Did you see it on the table? Natural. Did you see it on the table? Repeat. Did you see it on the table? Again. Did you see it on the table? Clear. I want to talk about it. Natural. I want to talk about it. Repeat. I want to talk about it. Again. I want to talk about it. Very good. Now, let's talk about emotional listening. This is something many lessons forget. Understanding words is one thing. Understanding feeling is another. Native speakers use stress and intonation to show emotion. The same sentence can have different meanings depending on the voice. Listen. You said that? If I stress you, you said that? It means I am surprised that you were the person who said it. If I stress said, you said that? Maybe I thought you wrote it, or maybe I cannot believe you actually said it. If I stress that, you said that? Maybe I am shocked by the content. Same words, different stress, different meaning. Let's try another sentence. I didn't say she took it. This sentence can change meaning, depending on which word is stressed. I didn't say she took it. Meaning, I did not say it. I didn't say she took it. Meaning, I did not say it. Maybe I suggested it. I didn't say she took it. Meaning, maybe someone else took it. I didn't say she took it. Meaning, maybe she borrowed it, moved it, or found it. I didn't say she took it. Meaning, maybe she took something else. This is why listening is not only about vocabulary, it is about stress, it is about intention, it is about the speaker's attitude. So when you listen, ask yourself, which words are louder? Which words are longer? Does the voice go up or down? Does the speaker sound sure, surprised, annoyed, excited, or unsure? This will help you understand more than the words. Now let's practice emotion. I will say the same sentence in different ways. Sentence. That was really helpful. Neutral. That was really helpful. Happy. That was really helpful. Surprised. That was really helpful. A little sarcastic. That was really helpful. Same words. Different feeling. Now another one. Nice work. Sincere. Nice work. Very impressed. Nice work. A little doubtful. Nice work. Again, listening is more than hearing words. It is hearing meaning. Now, let's return to the first challenge sentence. At the beginning you heard, did you want to grab a coffee after work? Natural. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Now let's break it down. Did you becomes didja. Want to becomes wanna. Grabber connects and may sound like grabber. The strong words are want grab coffee after work. So if you hear only want a coffee after work, you can guess the meaning. Someone is asking about getting coffee after work. Now listen again. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Again. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Now say it slowly. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Now naturally. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? One more time. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Great. Now you have heard the difference. The written sentence is not the same as the spoken sound, but once you know the pattern, the sentence becomes much easier. Now let me give you another challenge. Listen. Could you let me know when you're on your way? Again. Could you let me know when you're on your way? What is the full sentence? Could you let me know when you are on your way? Natural. Could you let me know when you're on your way? Changes. Could you becomes could ya. You are becomes you're. On your way is a common chunk. The important words, let me know on your way. Meaning, please tell me when you are coming or travelling. Repeat. Could you let me know when you're on your way? Again. Could you let me know when you're on your way? Another challenge. Listen. I thought it was going to be easier than this. Again. I thought it was going to be easier than this. Full sentence. I thought it was going to be easier than this. Changes. Going to becomes gonna. It was may connect. Important words. Thought gonna be easier than this. Meaning, the speaker expected it to be easier. Repeat. I thought it was gonna be easier than this. Again. I thought it was gonna be easier than this. Another challenge. Listen. Let me know if you need anything. Again. Let me know if you need anything. Full sentence. Let me know if you need anything. Changes. Let me becomes lemme. Important words. No need anything. Repeat. Let me know if you need anything. Again. Let me know if you need anything. Now let's talk about confidence. Many learners think confidence comes after they understand everything. But actually, confidence comes from having a strategy. You may not understand everything. That is normal. Even advanced learners miss things. Even native speakers sometimes ask, "Sorry, what did you say?" The difference is that confident listeners do not panic. They use clues. They listen for important words. They guess from context. They notice tone. They ask for repetition when needed. They do not collapse just because one word disappears. That is what I want for you. Not perfect listening, strong listening, flexible listening, real-life listening. Let's learn some useful phrases for real conversations when you do not understand. Instead of saying only, "I don't understand," you can say, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Repeat, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "Sorry, I missed the last part." Repeat, "Sorry, I missed the last part." Or, "Could you slow down a little?" Repeat, "Could you slow down a little?" Or, "Do you mean we should meet before lunch?" Repeat, "Do you mean we should meet before lunch?" This last one is very useful. You check your understanding. You do not need to understand perfectly. You confirm. That is real communication. Now let's practice a short real-life conversation. First, clear version. A. Hey, are you free after work? B. I think so. Why? A. I was going to grab something to eat near the station. Do you want to come? B. Sure. What time are you thinking? A. Maybe around 7. B. Sounds good. Just send me the address. Now natural version. A. Hey, are you free after work? B. I think so. Why? A. I was going to grab something to eat near the station. Do you want to come? B. Sure. What time are you thinking? A. Maybe around 7. B. Sounds good. Just send me the address. Now let's notice the changes. Are you becomes are ya. Going to becomes gonna. Do you want to becomes do you wanna. Send me may sound smooth, almost like one chunk. Now listen again and focus only on the message. A. Hey, are you free after work? B. I think so. Why? A. I was gonna grab something to eat near the station. Do you want to come? B. Sure. What time are you thinking? A. Maybe around 7? B. Sounds good. Just send me the address. What is happening? Someone is inviting a friend to eat. After work near the station, the friend agrees and asks for the address. That is successful listening. You understood the situation. Now let's do another conversation. This one is at work. Clear version. A. Did you finish the report? B. Not yet. I am still working on the last section. A. Could you send it to me before 3? B. I will try, but I might need a little more time. Oh, that is okay. Just let me know. Natural version. A. Did you finish the report? B. Not yet. I'm still working on the last section. A. Could you send it to me before 3? B. I'll try, but I might need a little more time. A. That's okay. Just let me know. Changes. Did you becomes did ya. I am becomes I'm. Could you becomes could ya. Send it links. I will becomes I'll. That is becomes that's. Let me becomes lemme. Now listen again. A. Did you finish the report? B. Not yet. I'm still working on the last section. A. Could you send it to me before 3? B. I'll try, but I might need a little more time. A. That's okay. Just let me know. What is the message? The report is not finished. One person wants it before 3. The other person will try, but may need more time. Again, you do not need every tiny word, you need the message. Now let's talk about subtitles. Should you use subtitles? Yes, but carefully. Subtitles can help you connect sound and text. But if you always read subtitles, your eyes do the work instead of your ears. So here is a better way. First, listen without subtitles. Try to catch the main idea. Second, listen with subtitles. Notice a difference between the written words and the spoken sounds. Third, listen again without subtitles. Now your ear has support. This 3-step method is very effective. No subtitles. With subtitles. No subtitles again. That final step is important. Do not skip it. Your goal is not to become good at reading subtitles. Your goal is to hear English. Now let's talk about speed. Many students say native speakers speak too fast. Sometimes yes. Some people speak very fast, but often the problem is not speed. The problem is unfamiliar sound changes. If someone says, "What do you want to do?" very clearly you understand. But if someone says, "What do you want to do?" you may think it is fast. Actually, it is not only fast, it is reduced, it is connected, it is chunked. So instead of only saying, "They speak too fast," ask, "What changed? Which words reduced? Which sounds linked? Which chunk did I miss?" This changes your mindset. You become a detective, not a victim. A listening detective. You listen for clues. You notice patterns. You build skill. Now let's practice with a set of common natural questions. These are extremely useful. Clear. Well, what do you want to do? Natural. What do you want to do? Repeat. What do you want to do? Clear. Where are you going? Natural. Where are you going? Repeat. Where are you going? Clear. What are you talking about? Natural. What you talking about? Repeat. What you talking about? Clear. Did you get it? Natural. Did you get it? Repeat. Did you get it? Clear. Can you help me? Natural. Can you help me? Repeat. Can you help me? Clear. Do you have a second? Natural. Do you have a second? Repeat. Do you have a second? Clear. Are you ready to leave? Natural. Are you ready to leave? Repeat. Are you ready to leave? Clear. Would you like to come with us? Natural. Would you like to come with us? Repeat. Would you like to come with us? These question forms appear everywhere. In conversations, in videos, in podcasts, in interviews, in daily life. If you can recognize these, your listening will immediately feel easier. Now let's go deeper. Sometimes English learners hear a sentence and try to translate it into their first language word by word. This can be useful at beginner level, but at higher levels, word by word translation becomes too slow. Natural speech moves quickly. If you translate every word, the next sentence arrives before you finish the first one. So what should you do? Listen for meaning units. Meaning units are small groups of words that form one idea. For example, I was thinking / maybe we could meet / after the meeting / if you have time. That sentence has 4 meaning units. I was thinking, maybe we could meet after the meeting, if you have time. When you listen, try to catch these groups. Do not hold every word in your head. Hold the idea. Let's practice. Sentence. I was wondering if you could help me with this form. Meaning units. I was wondering if you could help me with this form. Natural. I was wondering if you could help me with this form. In fast speech, could help may connect, but the meaning units are still there. Another sentence. We need to check the schedule before we book the tickets. Meaning units. We need to check the schedule before we book the tickets. Important words. Need. Check schedule before book tickets. Another sentence. She told me she would call back when she had more information. Meaning units. She told me she would call back when she had more information. Important words. Told call back more information. This is how you listen intelligently. You are not collecting words. You are collecting meaning. Now let's do a longer listening exercise. I will read a short passage naturally. Do not try to write everything. Just answer 3 questions in your mind. Where is the speaker going? What problem happened? What will the speaker do next? Ready? Natural passage. I was supposed to leave for the airport at 6, but my taxi got stuck in traffic. I called the airline to ask if I could change my flight, and luckily, they moved me to a later one. So now I've got a bit more time, but I still need to get there as soon as possible. Again, I was supposed to leave for the airport at 6, but my taxi got stuck in traffic. I called the airline to ask if I could change my flight, and luckily, they moved me to a later one. So now I've got a bit more time, but I still need to get there as soon as possible. Question 1. Where is the speaker going? To the airport. Question 2. What problem happened? The taxi got stuck in traffic. Question 3. What will the speaker do next? Get to the airport as soon as possible. Now, let's notice natural features. Supposed to may sound like supposta. I could may sound like I seed. Moved me connects. I have got becomes I've got. Need to may sound like need to. As soon as possible is a common chunk. You do not need to memorize all of this at once. Just start noticing. Noticing is the beginning of improvement. Now, let's practice supposed to. Clear. I am supposed to call her. Natural. I'm supposed to call her. Or faster. I'm supposed to call her. Repeat. I'm supposed to call her. Clear. We are supposed to be there by 9. Natural. We're supposed to be there by 9. Repeat. We're supposed to be there by 9. Clear. You're not supposed to park here. Natural. You're not supposed to park here. Repeat. You're not supposed to park here. Good. Now let's practice have got to. In conversation, have got to can become gotta. Clear. I've got to go. Natural. I gotta go. Repeat. I gotta go. Clear. We have got to hurry. Natural. We gotta hurry. Repeat. We gotta hurry. Clear. You have got to see this. Natural. You gotta see this. Repeat. You gotta see this. Again, do not use gotta in formal writing, but recognize it in listening. Now let's practice kind of and sort of. These are common in natural English. Clear. It is kind of difficult. Natural. It's kind of difficult. Repeat. It's kind of difficult. Clear. I am sort of tired. Natural. I'm sort of tired. Repeat. I'm sort of tired. Clear. That is kind of strange. Natural. That's kind of strange. Repeat. That's kind of strange. These small forms are everywhere. Kinda, sorta, gonna, wanna, gotta, lemme, gimme, dunno. They make English sound casual and fast. If you recognize them, you unlock a lot of everyday speech. Now let's talk about practice routines. You do not need to practice for 3 hours a day. In fact, long unfocused listening can make you tired. Try this instead. 5 minutes a day, but very focused. Choose one short clip. Listen for one feature only. On Monday, listen for important words. On Tuesday, listen for reductions. On Wednesday, listen for linking. On Thursday, listen for chunks. On Friday, listen for intonation. Then, on the weekend, listen again for general meaning. This keeps practice simple. If you try to notice everything at once, you may feel overwhelmed. But if you focus on one feature at a time, your ear becomes sharper. Let's create a sample routine. Day 1. Listen to 30 seconds of English. Write down only the strong words. Do not worry about small words. Day 2. Listen again. Find reduced forms like gonna, wanna, gotta, hafta. Day 3. Listen again. Mark linked words like pick it up, send it, turn off. Day 4. Listen again. Write down chunks like, I don't know. Let me see. You know what I mean? Day 5. Listen again without text. Try to understand the message. This is how you train. Small audio, repeated listening, specific focus, clear improvement. Now let's do one final big practice. I will give you a natural conversation. First, just listen for the situation. Second, I will explain the key parts. Third, you can listen again and notice more. Here we go. Natural conversation. A. Hey, did you get my message earlier? B. Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't have time to reply. A. No worries. I just wanted to ask if you're still coming tonight. B. I think so, but I might be a little late. Oh, that's fine. We're probably gonna start around 7:30. B. Okay, cool. Could you send me the location again? Oh, sure. I'll send it now. Now, what is happening? Person A asks if Person B got the message. Person B saw it, but did not reply. Person A asks if Person B is still coming tonight. Person B may be late. The event starts around 7:30. Person B asks for the location. Now let's break down the natural speech. Did you became did ya. Saw it linked into saw it. Didn't have connected smoothly. Wanted to became wanted to. You are became you're. Going to became gonna. Could you became could ya. Send it linked into send it. Now listen again, but this time focus on these features. A. Hey, did you get my message earlier? B. Saw. Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't have time to reply. A. No worries. I just wanted to ask if you're still coming tonight. B. I think so, but I might be a little late. A. That's fine. We're probably gonna start around 7:30. B. Okay, cool. Could you send me the location again? A. Sure, I'll send it now. Great. Now let's turn this into repeat practice. Repeat after me. Did you get my message earlier? Again. Did you get my message earlier? I saw it, but I didn't have time. Again. I saw it, but I didn't have time. I just wanted to ask. Again. I just wanted to ask. You're still coming tonight? Again. You're still coming tonight? We're probably gonna start around 7:30. Again. We're probably gonna start around 7:30. Could you send me the location again? Again. Could you send me the location again? I'll send it now. Again. I'll send it now. Excellent work. Now, before we finish, I want to give you a very important reminder. You do not need to sound like a native speaker to speak good English. You do not need to copy every reduction. You do not need to force yourself to speak fast. Clear English is good English. But if you want to understand natural English, you need to know how natural English sounds. That is the difference. Speaking clearly is a choice. Listening naturally is a skill. So when you hear native speakers reduce words, connect sounds, or speak in chunks, do not think, my English is bad. Think, this is a pattern, I can learn it. Because you can. Listening is trainable. Your ear can improve. Your brain can adapt. The sounds that feel impossible today can become familiar tomorrow. But only if you practice actively, not just listening and hoping, listening and noticing, listening and repeating, listening and comparing, listening and understanding the music of English. Let's review the main points from today. 1. Do not try to catch every word at first. Catch the important words. 2. English has rhythm. Strong words carry meaning. Weak words move quickly. 3. Small words often reduce. 2 can sound weak. 4 can sound weak. And can almost disappear. 4. Words link together. Send it becomes send it. Pick it up becomes pick it up. Turn off becomes turn off. 5. Learn chunks as sounds. I don't know can sound like I don't know. Let me see can sound like let me see. Give me a second can sound like give me a second. 6. Use short focus practice. 10 seconds of careful listening can be more powerful than 1 hour of passive listening. 7. Do not panic when you miss something. Use context. Use stress. Use meaning. Ask for repetition when needed. That is real communication. Now let's finish with one last challenge. At the beginning you heard, "Did ya want to grab a coffee after work?" Now you know the full sentence. Did you want to grab a coffee after work? Listen one more time. Did ya want to grab a coffee after work? Again. Did ya want to grab a coffee after work? Now another one. Could ya let me know when you're on your way? Full sentence. Could you let me know when you're on your way? Again, natural. Could ya let me know when you're on your way? And one more. I don't know. Let me check and I'll get back to you. Full sentence. I do not know. Let me check and I will get back to you. Natural. I don't know. Let me check and I'll get back to you. Did you hear it more clearly this time? If yes, that is progress. If not yet, that is also okay. Listen again. Repeat slowly. Then repeat naturally. Your ear needs time, and every time you notice one new pattern, your listening becomes stronger. Thank you for practicing with me today on the English Practice Podcast. If this lesson helped you, listen to it again tomorrow. The second time, you will hear more. The third time, you will hear even more. That is how listening grows. Not all at once, but layer by layer, sound by sound, pattern by pattern. Until one day, the English that used to feel too fast begins to feel familiar. Keep practicing, keep listening. And remember, you do not need perfect ears. You need trained ears. I'll see you in the next episode.